Countless new manga are born every day. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Hope you are doing well. Today I will be talking about completed manga series that you should binge read now. This list mainly focuses on the manhwa and webtoon that were completed in the recent past years. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe and like the video. So let's begin our list. Coming at number 1, we have How I Found It in July. A sideline character with a heart disease and who has a one-sided crush for the last 10 years with her classmate, actually childhood sweethearts, found out that she is inside a manhwa and she is not the main character. Actually, she is not the only one. There's two other guys in the beginning who realizes they are in a manhwa and she doesn't wanna marry her fiance. The one-sided crush that's basically not her fiance or crush anymore. She plans on being the main character and change her fate because she doesn't want to be a sick character who ends up dying, and meets a guy named Haru who can change her fate. He is a mysterious guy who doesn't talk and doesn't have a name. Basically, his existence doesn't really exist in the novel. The art style sets this manga from the other mangas. It has an interesting plot with some delightful characters. The concept of the story is very unique. I really like the female lead's spirit. It didn't waste time making you figure out who she would end up with, but with a journey of making a path for herself beyond the panels that we see and living and choosing against the author and artist's wishes. It's one of the most heart-wrenching stories I have read so far. Coming at number 2, we have At Your Service, My Lady. The story is about a boy named Park Shin-hee, the student president and the prince of Jeonsu High School, and Kim Gun-ja, the princess and the granddaughter of the chairman. Park Shin-hye is a part-time housekeeper at a penthouse in the city center. One day his little sibling pulls a prank on him about a sale in the market and he rushes out in a panic and forgets to lock the main door of the penthouse. Burglar robbed the house, taking away expensive items. Now when Park Shin-hye meets the owner of the house, he finds that the owner is the Jane Kim, who is regarded as the princess of his school. Park Shin-hye promises to repay the amount and asks her to lend him a little time. But she proposes an idea. Instead of monetary compensation, she asks him to enter into a contract where he would have to pretend to be her boyfriend. Therefore, their cute little love story begins. It's a cute, fluffy, wholesome manhwa with great art and characters. I really like Park Shin-hye because he is a responsible brother who works really hard for his siblings. He has a pure soul. Although the starting of the story was a bit low, but it quickly took the pace. Jane was too dense in the first few chapters, but slowly she realizes what love is and starts to show her emotions. I really recommend reading this. Coming at number 3, we have A Werewolf Boy. The story starts when Soo Ee-kim's family moves to an old home in the countryside to cure her illness. One day, she discovers a boy in the barn. The boy is dirty, wild and can't even speak, but Soon Ee's mother provides him shelter until the police can find a place that will keep him. Though wary at first, Soon Ee begins to warm up to the strange dog-like boy. The ending was unexpected. It is worth reading. It's amazing. It makes your heart explode. Coming at number 4, we have Love Like Cherry Blossoms. Xiao Lu is currently in high school. Since her freshman year, she has had a crush on her senior, Yoon Fang. One day, she happens to see a scene between a famous female celebrity and another male student in her year, Xia Yi. Caught spying on them, Xia Yi makes a deal with her to keep what she saw a secret. If she keeps his secret, he would help her to get closer to her crush. It's a bit fast-paced, but once you get engaged, you will enjoy it and just can't pull it down. I love the author's art style. It's so elegant, beautiful and mesmerizing and sweet, so as the story is. I really like the relationship. It starts off rocky, but as it progresses, it becomes so incredibly heartwarming. Coming at number 5, we have The Lady with a Mask. By day, Viola Kim is a secretary, but at night, she is secretly a children's storybook author under the pen name Violet. Too talented to be just an office worker, she created the child with a mask to escape her terrible boss Harrison. He for sure is attractive, intelligent, but is also super rude, and now he wants to find the creator of the book. Not aware of the reason as to why her boss wants to find the author, she tries her best to hide her identity. I love the simplicity of the illustration, the plot, and how the relationship of the main characters develop. It's not something extraordinary or twisted, but nonetheless you can't help but enjoy it. It's one of the best manhwa I have read so far. I highly recommend it if you are looking for a story that warms your heart. It's a light-hearted rom-com about an overworked secretary and a stone-cold CEO that will make you laugh, for sure. Coming at number 6, we have The Lady and Her Butler. The story is about Suha, a working class woman who stumbled upon a man named Taisu in her house, and it turns out that Taisu was scammed into buying her already preoccupied apartment. With nowhere to go, he begs to stay with her while serving as her housekeeper, like doing dishes, laundry, cooking, cleaning, etc. Then she reluctantly agrees, and then the love begins to bloom between them. I think the reason this story works so well because the characters are real. They think the way real people think, and the reason and motivation for their actions are both believable and understandable. This type of writing serves as a major plus in this story, mostly due to its genre, because this type of stories are always built on the misunderstanding trope. The characters can come either unreal or just plain stupid if the misunderstanding doesn't feel natural. The story's greatest strength is that the tension that moves the plot is created naturally and resolved realistically, while simultaneously being entertaining and satisfying. It was quite a roller coaster ride, but the character development is just beautiful. Coming at number 7, we have 1+1. The story is about a girl named Sun Jun Lee who is fed up by the irritable bumps caused by her new neighbor who lives right above her apartment. One day she runs into the protagonist Ian Sung and falls for him, not knowing that he is the one giving her sleepless nights. I mean by stomping above Sun Jun's ceiling. The ceiling continued to rattle with footsteps at night every day. At first she let it slide, but then she could not take it anymore and decides to confront her neighbor. And she sticks a note on his door expressing that she is having trouble sleeping. She did so as she was an introvert and didn't want to confront him face to face. The next morning she finds that piece of note at the entrance of her building and misunderstands that her neighbor deliberately threw away her note. So the story begins with a note that never reached its recipient. It's a sweet story. There is a lot of internal narrative and reflection with light-hearted, goofy humor, and it honestly cracked me up to the point of tears a couple of times. I felt like there were some loose ends that weren't completely tied up. I would totally recommend it if you like light-hearted romance manhwa with introspective characters. I really like the bond Sanju had with her two friends. I hope you all have a good day. See ya.